What's going on? Welcome back, guys. So for today's look, we are going to do one of my all-time favorite fall looks. Super light on the eyes, fresh skin, and a bold lip. This look is very easy to achieve, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Alrighty, let's start off here. I made sure to moisturize my face really well because it is officially fall here. It is cool in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I wanted to use a matte foundation. I've noticed already that my skin is already seeming a little bit more drier, so if you are definitely someone that has dry skin, you want to make sure you are overly hydrating your skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and put on some of this Benefit Porefessional because y'all know I got these big old pores and I want everything to go on nice and smooth. That's typical for oily skin to have larger pores. And I am using the Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit. I'm going to take the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer and I'm going to use that as a primer on my eyes. Like I always say, to save you some money and if you can use one product to knock it all out, get concealer. Use concealer to conceal any spots on your face, to highlight your face, and as an eye primer. Save your coins, ladies and gents. Then of course, if you're using concealer, don't forget to set it with a translucent powder that's the same skin tone as you. Otherwise, you are going to run into a mess when you start blending shadows. So for the eyes today, actually, we are keeping those nice and bright and plain and simple because I really want the main focus of this look to be fresh skin and a bold lip. So I'm going to just dip into my Tartelette Palette here. This is the first one, and I want this color right here, Wander. It's like a pale taupey brown. I'm going to put that all over the lid, and I'm going to use a MAC 217 brush. I am just basically packing this all over the lid. Then taking a 224 and just blending up. And just to add a little bit of definition, not too much, I'm going to grab another blending brush. I'm going to take this Dreamer color here, this dark brown, not the darkest brown, the lightest of the darker brown. And I'm just going to pop a little of that just on the outer corner, ever so slightly. And don't take this all the way in, just on the outer part. Now because I want this to just be very nice and soft, that is basically it for the eyeshadow. What I'm going to do next, I'm just going back in just to define a little bit more with the 224 brush. We aren't going to do liner today, but since we are going to do lashes, I want to tight line as close as I can to my lash line. So I'm just going to take this black color here, Fashionista, and an angled brush. This is the Morphe brush S6. And I'm going to get as close to my lash line as possible. Just so this way we won't see any of my skin when I pop my lashes on. And then for lashes, you already know my favorite, Ardell babies. I'm going to pop these bad boys on and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got my lashes on. Before I used to not really care about lashes, but now I think I'm secretly a lash whore. Shh, don't tell nobody. Okay, so let's get on with this face. This is going to seem like a MAC video today. Alright, so this used to be my all-time favorite MAC Match Master. My shade is 8.0. If you are dry skin, don't do this to yourself. Don't touch it. If you're oily, go for it. Just make sure, like I said, even if you're oily, you really want to make sure you hydrate your skin. I know a lot of people, this was actually, I was talking about this in my most recent blog post, or maybe the post before that. I did my top 5 matte foundations. So if you want to see what those are, definitely go to my blog. It's www.beautybossedamber.com. But this is definitely one of my top 5 matte foundations. I know a lot of people I feel like MAC is a 50-50 brand. Either you hate it or you love it, and most people that hate it tend to be people that have very sensitive skin, or the MAC products just break them out, which is, you know, totally understandable. But for me, MAC foundations actually look the best on me out of all the foundations that I have. I just feel like, I don't know what it is, they just, you know, they work for my skin. I used to wear this foundation all the time. This is actually my second bottle. I've only gone through 2 foundations in my makeup life. The NARS Sheer Matte Foundation. I was so pissed when they discontinued that foundation. I bought that when I was in beauty school, and it was so expensive. You know, I'm in beauty school full-time, working part-time, so I wasn't making any money, and I saved for like a month to get that NARS Sheer Matte Foundation. It was $45, and I bought it, and I used the entire thing, and then when I went to repurchase it, they discontinued it. So I know they have the NARS, what is it? They have the Sheer Glow. I'm going to try the Sheer Glow out, and they have the Luminous one, I guess. What is it? The Luminous All Day. I got a sample of it, and I was not impressed with it. And then they have the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. I do like that one, but just not as much as the Sheer Matte. So NARS, what up though? What's good? Because I loved that foundation, and you guys completely broke my heart when you decided to discontinue it. So there was my NARS rant. And my beauty blender is, of course, damp. You want it damp, especially when using mattifying foundations. Abso-freaking-lutely. This is going to help you blend out everything nicely and way easier. And I like this foundation because it's not like, I feel like a lot of other matte foundations can be very thick. Like the Kat Von D foundation, it's not, when I say thick for that one, I don't necessarily mean that it's thick as far as like, oh my gosh, thick, I can feel it on my face. But the consistency of it, it's really creamy and thick. But once you start working with it and it warms up, it's really easy to blend. This one is not like that. It's actually kind of watery, I think, to be for a matte foundation. And the pump on this, it comes with a pump, and I like that whenever you press it, it doesn't give you a lot. So that way that really keeps you from overusing too much product. Oh, and if you're wondering why I have these clips in my hair, just because I want it to have a part in my hair today. And you know, when you're natural, your hair kind of just does whatever it wants, so. Oh yeah, by the way, I got my hair cut again. I trimmed it up. This is the last big trim. Now I don't have any more little stragglies from my relaxer on it. So now we just go and grow it. I have no intentions of growing like this long, lavish hair because I feel like I look like an idiot with long hair. But we are going to grow it out. My hair grows super, super fast. So we shall see. Alright, foundation's on. I'm going to put on a little bit of concealer. I'm going to go with the Urban Decay Concealer. And my shade in this is Dark Golden. Same beauty blender. Also, guys, essential. It is crucial that everyone is using some sort of eye cream. Like I said, the weather is changing. We're getting into cooler climates. That means drier skin. If you are a makeup wearer, make sure that everyone should put on eye cream at night and super hydrate themselves at night. But in the morning, like I wash my face. I use the same, I was like smoothing exfoliator. And then I hydrate my skin, I moisturize, and I put on some eye cream. Especially if you like to wear a lot of concealers or foundations, eye cream, it just helps the situation out, you know? Helps with creasing, I feel like. Now we have to set everything. Again, another MAC product. Because I am using a mattifying foundation, I didn't want to use my Sacha Buttercup, so I'm just going to use Mineralized Skin Finish today. My shade is dark. This, ooh, almost got powder on this shirt. That would have been terrible. This is a very lightweight powder, so you don't have to worry about getting cakey or too dried out looking. So I'm just basically going to set up under my eyes, and then I'm going to set on my nose, on my cheek area, just basically where I get oily, on my brows and a little on my forehead. And that is it, because with my mattifying foundations in cooler climates, I don't have to set my whole face, which is nice. I just actually started doing that. Bronzer. I'm looking for a new bronzer. I like the CoverGirl Queen, but I just want to experiment a little bit more. I was gonna try the what was it? The new Becca powders. You can use them for setting, bronzing, contouring, but those things are $34, which I'm totally fine with. But you don't get a lot. It's like legit. The pan size is that big. I got problems with that. I'm just kind of like, I need it to be at least, you know, standard pan size. I wasn't feeling it, so I was like, I was gonna get it, try it out for you guys, give you a product review, but that was my big con on that. You have to pay $34 and it's not a lot of product, so I'm just like, not doing it. So if anyone can recommend a bronzer for brown skin, hit me up, let me know. I don't like the cool tones, just simply because they don't work well on my skin, because I am a warmer skin tone. I have yellow golden undertones, and I think that's probably a lot of the reason why I don't like using contour creams or powders, but just because they're so cool, they look really ashy and muddy on my skin. So if you guys know of a bronzer or even maybe just a warmer contour for brown skin, let me know. And then for blush today, another MAC product, Sun Power Mineralized Skin Finish. This is beautiful on brown skin. I know some girls that have lighter skin or fair, they actually use it to bronze, which is pretty cool. So I feel like this is definitely a product that's universal for all skin tones. On deeper skin, this looks fantastic. Olive skin, great for a nice warm bronze. Lighter skin, you could even use this as a blush as well. And no highlights, just because I'm not a highlight junkie. Jumping back into the eyes, I'm just going to take my NYX Wonder Pencil in light, because we want this to be nice and bright and bushy-eyed. Then jumping back into my Tartelette palette, I'm just going to take this Free Spirit color here. I'm just going to pull that a little bit down in the inner tear duct. And this is the Stila Huge Extreme Lash, whatever the heck it's called. Another name that I always screw up. And then to complete this lip, to complete the look, we're gonna go to the lips. And more MAC products. I know, I'm sorry, I didn't realize how many I had for this video. But I'm gonna use Night Moth lip liner with Antique Velvet lipstick. Bright eyes, dark lip, all-time favorite fall look. Alright guys, so this is going to complete the look. Like I said, this is one of my all-time fall favorite looks. Light eyes, fresh skin, bold lip. Super easy, super quick to achieve. You can wear this daytime, nighttime, whenever you want. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you soon in my next one. Have a good one.